Hello, my name is Ludger Hovestadt, and I want to talk about the digital in architecture. After 30 years of research in this field, after virtual reality, artificial intelligence, a lot of theory, things calm down. It's very interesting to see. And I think we find ourselves in a kind of renaissance. It's not new at all what we experience. It's just another scale of architecture. But architecture itself is pretty stable in these times. So, and I want to summarize my thinking in this question. What is architecture? If computers can do what we think architecture is. And of course, this is very paradox. And we know it prominently from Rem Koolhaas. And I paraphrase this paradox of Koolhaas, articulated in junk space and generic city as you can't improve by doing better. And then you're standing there, what can you do? But this is the turn from the medieval age towards Renaissance, where you have a rotational planetary system instead of solid ground of the medieval age, a kind of Copernican turn. And you affirm paradoxes. So, you can't improve by doing better. And what you have then is a kind of scaffold in how to talk about things. And I want to show you my scaffold. I organize my research around this question of the digital architectonics. Let's go to the 1800 plus the 19th century and characterize the situation there. I am at home. It's night. Industrialization, capital, the social, the sciences, the polytechnics, fine art, the novel, the opera. And we have these analytical drawings within the system, and we have the dream not being in the system. And we are driven like engines and dreaming at the night. Strong contrast, the around 1900, crisis of intuition, quantum physics, group theory in mathematics. We are here. After a while, not too much of a time, the sun is rising, a new day. I step out. Out here, off home, I am a migrant, as the others. I left Mother Earth, and I'm facing the world. The atom bomb for energy, satellites for speed, internet for space, nuclear for time. What is it, a person today? I am exposed with Nietzsche or Heidegger. You see this exposed point. I am explicitly driven with Foucault, Derrida, Deleuze. It's branching to more and more details. I affirm infinity and switch to the other side. Here I am with Michel Serres and his concepts of the Grand Récit, figures of thought. I switched from earth to air. And I'm with these dichotomies, the object and the subject, the logic and the algebra, 1800, 1900, mass, light, time, space, numbers, characters, from Neumann, the lambda calculus, the calculus and the code, the circle and the square. Now we have these dichotomies. We can trust them, it's a kind of objectivity. And now about the human proportion for us as architects. A proportion bridges these dichotomies. So this is about squaring the circle. So we have Leonardo. We have the circle. This was the black side on the 1800 plus, and the night. We have the square, which is 1900, which is with the air and not the earth. And we have this movement of bringing things into proportion. So this is what this Vitruvian man is showing. Moving the circle towards equal area of the square. And is moving, interestingly, from the navel to the sex. That's the human proportion. Bringing these dichotomies into a constellation, interestingly. So, and they did it around 1500 in the Renaissance as architect. I read the circle and the line or the rectangle as orthographia and ichnographia. And in proportion, in human proportion, I see myself with the eyes in a new light. So you see, space is full of light. Air in contrast and proportion to the earth. And around 1900, again, with these magic things all around, I see myself with new eyes in quantum light. And a world of another scale. And I hear people talking in other terms. And I would suggest instead of orthographia, ichnographia, for example, now it's health, environment or climate, physiological, climatic things today. Space is full of it. And what we're doing is now we go in an architectural studies and studio with students, and the research here is now the question, what is architecture then? And here we have the ichnographia, classical ichnographia as a web of texts, the orthographia as a web of images, and the scenographia proportioning these both as the architectural model. A miniature of the world, a local temperament, generous and patient for the things to come. And these are the machines of today. The air, artificial intelligence, the water, natural communication, fire, architectonics, earth, cultural heritage. This is the quadrivium in the 7 liberal arts. And the trivium in the 7 trivial arts, I see the tragedy and the fertile ground in quantum scale, the sacred buildings. I see the comedy of the symbolization of the human, the public buildings. And I see the satire of the habitat in human proportions, the private buildings. Thank you.